Aloha, I'm Terry Lilly, a marine biologist here in the Hawaiian Islands. I hope you enjoy my film. Today we'll be diving at Maui Kai. This is a long reef that stretches several miles down the coastline right in front of the big hotels at Kanapali near the town of Lahaina on Maui. The reef goes out about 50 yards and it's quite shallow, only 10 to 30 feet deep, and then it drops off to the sand beyond the reef. It's a beautiful place for seeing healthy corals and schools of fish. These gorgeous yellow tangs just meander in between the mounds of coral. There are all types of creatures you can see out on this dive, but one of the best things is just simply the health of the corals. This area is quite dry, and there's not much runoff that flows out onto the reef. These beautiful rice corals, they look like frozen waves that should be up in the Arctic somewhere. They call them rice corals because if you look close, it looks like little grains of rice all glued together on the reef. All types of fish live here, most of the ones we see throughout Maui, from these pigtail wrasse all the way down to the needle-nosed fish. And the whole reef is laced with moray eels. All you have to do is just cruise slow down by the edge of the coral by the sand, and you'll see one every 10 to 20 yards. Off the end of the reef, there's big schools of goatfish. Lots and lots and lots of different creatures. This is a very easy dive for beginners and a very easy shore dive right outside the front door of these hotels. The entire reef here is covered with coral. You don't see this in other parts of the Hawaiian Islands because of the runoff and the surf. These yellow trumpet fish are really cool. They're about 3 feet long. Sometimes you'll actually see them hunting in the middle of a school of the yellow tangs. They blend right in. But the trumpet fish are predators and the yellow tangs are algae eaters. There's a myriad of different butterfly fish out here. That teardrop butterfly fish only eats rice coral, which is the coral you see here that the starfish is on. You don't see a lot of starfish in Hawaii, not like California and Fiji and other places. But out here, we saw at least 10 or 12 on one dive. Plus also these beautiful sea urchins. These are the pencil urchins, but they're the ones that have collected little bits of particles that stick all over the spines. The other thing we see out here is these crown of thorns starfish. They're poisonous. You do not want to touch one. These are native to Hawaii and they eat coral. They're not good for the reef if there's more than maybe one every 100 yards or 50 yards. Sometimes these crown of thorns can spread all over the reef and make a problem for the health of the reef and the corals. Yellow tangs are some of my very favorite fish just because they're beautiful colors. Same with this needle-nosed fish that eats sponges in between the corals. These mound corals and smooth corals are all over the place covering the reef at this dive, and some of them may be up to 100 to 300 years old. They're very beautiful and they have one coral that grows right on top of the other. Thank you for watching. As you may know, Hawaii's coral reefs are under duress. The north coast of the island of Kauai is currently being ravaged by an unprecedented disease. If you would like to learn more or get involved, please visit our website at underwater2web.com.